Where but Jackson, Mississippi? I kid. You've tuned into the free-range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. This is the Clay Edwards Show, and I am, of course, Clay Edwards. Good morning to everybody. Hope all is well. Traffic was not too bad coming in this morning. I did almost get torpedoed by two different mid-2000 model Chevrolet Impalas or Malibus. I can't tell one from the other. I believe the people that drive those cars have now taken the crown from Nissan Altima drivers as the worst drivers in the Tri-County area. They probably have been the worst drivers for a while now, but those cars are kind of slowly fading off the roads as they're just destroyed, and they're not making any new ones. Well, from that body style, obviously. Anyway, I digress. Bad drivers in Jackson. Enough said. If you want to chime in on today's show, the Matt Kike and Flowwood phone line is 601-879-0002. The Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. That's Guns and Gear, the home of No Limit Ammo right out there in Gluckstadt. And, of course, the Matt Kike phone line. Hey, if you're out car shopping, go hit up Matt Kike, man. My buddy Corey, McDonald, Brendan, Abe Morris, Parker, all of them out there. They're the management team. They are going to get you, and Hunter. I tend to forget to mention Hunter's name, but go holler at them, man. They're going to take care of you. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Matt Kike will get you rolling. And they've actually got inventory. They have inventory. And here's something I haven't even announced yet. I think I will do this now. If you were in the market for a vehicle, holler at your boy. I will go over there and personally sell you one. It's an appointment only. Appointment only. I'm not going to just be hanging out at the dealership all day. I don't have that in me anymore. But if you're in the market for a vehicle and you want to break bread with myself, give me a shout and I will meet you over there at Matt Kike in Flowwood and I will sell you a vehicle. I know that patriots like to support patriots, so there is that option for you. And hey, if I can't make it over there, I'll hook you up with somebody that I know and trust that'll take good care of you. So that's Matt Kike of Flowwood. Check them out online, mattkikecdjrf.com. All right. Only Joe Biden can be so bad at what he does and the way he communicates that he can make the big oil companies seem like the scrappy little business owner trying to fight City Hall. Like, I'm speechless. And that's saying something. And I frankly, I don't care if this makes anybody mad or not. But I would rather just continue to pay $5 a gallon for gas than I would. And well, because I love seeing that look on Biden voters' face. I mean, like, gas stations are empty. Like, if you get Jackson in the Tri-County area, it ain't hard. You can just pull right up to a gas pump. But that look on well, you can't really see the look on most of his voters' faces because they still wear face masks outside. But that look on their faces, that head hanging down low, just dejected, having to make life decisions at the gas pump. Do my baby eat? Or do I put gas in my Impala? Oh. But hey, no more mean tweets. But Biden comes out yesterday and tries to scold big oil companies into lowering their prices. He's coming up with a gimmicky gas tax holiday, which, look, as much crap as I talk about Biden, I'm not opposed to a gas tax holiday. But here's my thing. Make that holiday permanent. You don't need to be taxing our gas anyway. You get everything. Same goes for the state of Mississippi. Why are you taxing our gas? I heard somebody on the airwaves talking about this the other day. That 30%, let's see, if 30% of our income is taxed, 20% of it goes to the federal government. Can we not flip that and 20% stay in the state and 10% go to the federal government? Anyway, I digress, but I want to play this little video real quick. This is Joe Biden yesterday scolding the oil companies. And again, Only Joe Biden could make me have sympathy for big oil. Here you go.
Knowing full well the cost. So
actually, this is the wrong video, but this is Biden suggesting to Republicans, would you rather not have cheap gas? Would you rather have cheap gas and Putin have an iron fist in Ukraine? But yes, as a matter of fact, I would. I'm rooting for Putin over here. Let me start this over.
Knowing full well the cost. So for all those Republicans in Congress criticizing me today for high gas prices in America, are you now saying we were wrong to support Ukraine?
Yes.
Are you saying we were wrong to stand up to Putin?
Yes.
Are you saying that we would rather have lower gas prices in America
yes.
than Putin's iron fist in Europe?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I'm saying all those things, Joe. Believe it. Believe it. I would rather see Putin's iron fist smashed down on the London Bridge and Ukraine and everywhere else before, and get back down to $1.98 gas and mean tweets and all that stuff. What a joke. What a joke. Now let me see here. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I do want to find, I thought that was the right video. I want to find the video real quick of him telling the gas companies, do it now. Do it now. Yeah. Let's see. We might not get to it here. I know this makes for terrible radio. I apologize. Anyway. I'll find it during the break. But yeah, Biden tells them, do it now. Lower your prices. Y'all remember, what movie was it with Ben Stiller? Was it Dodgeball or something where he was dressed up like a 70s gangster? Talking about, do it. Do it. Do it. So it reminded me of do it now. He has a way of making whoever he's talking about, trying to talk bad about, making me like them. I don't necessarily care about Putin. I just don't think he's 100% wrong in what he's doing. You know, Ukraine messed around and Ukraine found out. I mean, America does this all the time to people, and we don't seem to have a problem with it. Why do we have a problem with it when Russia does it? They need a boogeyman. And, when they pulled out of Afghan, that was an absolute disaster. They had to have a boogeyman. So that boogeyman became Putin. Of course, it's been Putin for a while. I mean, and I think that's one of the other things I find insulting. They just insist that Trump only won the election in 2016 because of Putin. No, he won the election because y'all are god-awful at what you do. Same reason he's going to win the election in 24, because you're god-awful at what you do, and there's enough blue-collar, hard-working Americans that transcend race and gender and religion that are tired of it. When I took this job doing radio 5 days a week, or this mission, it's not a job, I love doing this. This mission of doing radio 5 days a week, it was right as we knew that Biden was going to be, as illegitimate as it is, the president for the next 4 years. I remember sitting in there with Matt and Kevin Roberts, who was one of my initial sponsors and a friend of mine with his company. Sitting there saying, I was like, if nothing else, we'll have something to be mad about for the next 4 years, and everybody will get motivated and get out and vote for Republicans in 4 years. So, I committed, as long as they'll have me, to doing this for at least 4 years. I said, I wasn't able to join the military because of deaf and half blind, but this is my 4-year commitment to America, is to get on this microphone and fight every day for blue collar, hardworking, everyday folks, the voice of the voiceless. I like to talk for the guys that don't feel like they have a voice. And I get to meet people every day in my line of work that come and get their cars worked on. These are people that don't know that I even have a radio show a lot of the times. And you could tell they're just itching to talk to somebody like-minded, just to get it off their chest. And I mean, you know a good God-fearing patriot when you meet one. Doesn't matter what race they are. You just tell by the mannerisms. Met a guy yesterday. I was like, yeah, I got a radio show. And when I was just working on our schedule for him picking up his vehicle. And he's like, yeah, that seems like a weird thing, this shop and a radio show. I was like, man, I represent the blue collar Americans that are fed up. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like, he said the word patriot, and bro, it was on. We just sat there and talked about everything going on in the world. And it's such a relief when you meet these people who are in certain places in their lives. And this is something that cancel culture takes advantage of. They know that most good, God-fearing, patriot conservatives are. Kim Wade, I got to steal it from you for a minute, man. I know I borrow a lot from you because I listen to you every day. Patriots, Christians, patriots, and rednecks. They say country is countrywide. I think that's a Brantley Gilbert song or somebody like that. Country is countrywide. I didn't know what that meant necessarily. It took a while for that to resonate. Country is countrywide. Christians, patriots, and rednecks. Man, it was just a good, solid conversation. But my point being is that a lot of people that get up and go to work every day are leveraged to death with credit debt, cars, credit cards, home, all that. I mean, just they cannot afford to. I mean, they may look rich to you. They may look rich to me and say, oh, man, they look at that. They got that house out in Madison, out in Gluckstadt, out in Reunion, out in Annandale, wherever. And you may say, man, they're rich. Man, they are working themselves to death, burning the candle at both ends. If they say one thing that cancel culture can grab a hold of, they're done. They lose everything. Well, same thing can happen to me. But I built my own little ecosystem that I can move around within. And look, I'm telling you, it ain't easy. I'm not crying for anybody's sympathy, but I'm just telling you, it ain't easy. But this is the sacrifices that I've made, to be able to speak on behalf of blue-collar America and blue-collar Mississippians, is that I will put myself up there on the front lines to say the things that I know you want to say. And I know I don't always articulate it the best. I don't have the deepest vocabulary. I know. Sometimes I stutter when I'm trying to talk. But just know it all comes from a good place. All right, look, man, I'm going to take a break real quick. Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. Matt Clyde Flowwood phone line, 601-879-0002. We'll be right back on the Clay. Come back into the Clay Edwards show. Yeah, I got a call during the break on the Matt Hike and Flowwood phone line, and he suggested doing a show about prepping and getting ready. And we actually, and I'm all for doing more of those, by the way, because I love that topic. But if you'll dig into my archives on the Clay Edwards Show podcast, there's at least 4 hours of prepping information. I know I had a fella on, and I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but I had a fellow on, and we did about 4 hours, two different 2-hour shows about prepping, and I think it would be very, very useful information for all of us right now. And I will hit the reset button on that too and get him back on here and do some more because, man, it's getting rough out there. It is absolutely getting rough out there. And to put a button on kind of what I was talking about in the last segment, look, man, I get it. I get that a lot of you guys feel like you can't talk because you anything could cause a butterfly effect and cause you to lose everything you have. But I do want to say this. There's way more of us than there are them, especially here in Mississippi. But I get it, man. You work for a bank, you work for a national conglomerate that changes their Facebook profile to LGBTQ elemental P child pedophile colors every June. You can't rock the boat. But keeping your mouth shut is what's got us in this situation to begin with cancel culture, because they know it's something they can dangle over their heads. And I just always go back to the a couple of weeks ago, one of those transgenders sent me a message on Facebook that said I was going to get them killed with my rhetoric. I said, well, or what if I just get the taste slapped out of one of your mouths? Would that be the worst thing? It might slap your gender back right. All right, look, man, I ain't no way to introduce it other than this. Let me transition, and not that kind, lefties. Not that kind. The man, the myth, The legend, the man who will be married this Saturday, Anson B. Walker with the Walker Lifestyle, is in the studio. What is up, brother?
How you doing, my man?
Man, I'm here.
Me too. Me too. You were on a roll a while ago, dude. Enjoyed it.
Man, here's the deal. Let's see here. I actually want to call today. What is the phone number? All right, so real quick, the Mac Hager Flowwood phone line is 601-879-0002. Had a question on Twitter about that. Yeah, man, it's good to have you here. I know you got a big week ahead.
Yeah. It's all coming together. You used to have game week back when I played ball in college. Now it's wedding week, and dude, there's a bunch of stuff that goes into a wedding that I had no idea until I'm a part of one. And I'm trying to help Tiff the best I can, but I think we just about got it all put together. David Willie at the Canton Country Club has been incredible, and I think we've got everything in place. And so we're going to dot I's and cross T's the next 2 days and get this thing done.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Like I said, I've cleared the deck for the weekend.
I'm glad.
I'll be out there, so it should be a good one.
Clay, we're gonna have a good time. And when you get over 40, the only time you see people is at two events: a wedding or a funeral. And thank God this is a wedding. And so I'm gonna get to see a lot of my friends and family under the same roof. That just doesn't happen. And I'm incredibly excited about it, dude. I'm incredibly excited about a good friend of mine, Charlie Argo, who him and his band are coming in from Nashville, and dude, they're gonna rock the house, man. This kid, this young man is incredible, and I just encourage you, man, if you're listening, and dude, I have no problem you dropping in and saying, "Hey, Anson, congratulations! I want to hear the band." I don't have a problem with that, dude, because this is a celebration. The more, the merrier is the way I look at it.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick,
7 p.m. Canton Country Club, Saturday.
And now, is the reception at the same spot?
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're getting married, private ceremony at 6 p.m., Canton Country Club. And then pictures and all that will be done. And then 7 p.m., I want you guys to roll in. We're going to eat, feast, shake a leg, cold beer. Wine is on me. Bottled water is on me if you don't drink. That's great, kids, bottled water. But that's what's happening. 7 to 10 is the reception.
I like it. Hey, real quick, circling back, Jen Psaki style, to Memorial Day weekend, you text me, you tried the Yingling Flight beer. What did you think about it?
Dude, it was okay. It was not bad at all. Mm-hmm. To me, I like the taste of Bud Light a little bit better.
Oh, well, yeah, no, absolutely.
But yeah, I drank 6.
But if you're going to drink Uber Diet beer.
Yeah. I had 6 or 8 over the course of the weekend.
Yeah.
And did not throw them back.
Yeah, I was talking to a fellow yesterday, and he had brought up, he's like, man, I like Bud Light, but dang it, they turned their logo into a rainbow.
Bud Light is?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They support all that crap. And I was like.
That made the taste go down.
I was like, well, man, you should try Yingling. I think Southern, ironically, I believe the same people distribute Budweiser here locally that do Yingling, but. Yeah. Yingling, American-owned, oldest brewery in the country. And,
they have the best commercials by far.
Yingling?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they'll bring up somebody who's an icon in their perspective, sport or industry, and talk about their stories. They got the best commercials.
Remember the Budweiser commercials? I mean, they were the best, the real American
heroes.
Oh, yeah.
And the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
I mean, what's more American than that?
They only showed this commercial one time during the Super Bowl. It was one time during the Super Bowl. It was the Super Bowl after 9/11. The Clydesdales went into New York and looked across the Hudson at where the towers were. They did the kneel.
Right.
But I get chills just thinking of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they had their marketing down. I mean, from the Frogs to the Clydesdales to the Liza.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
the most iconic commercials through the 90s and 2000s were Budweiser.
Well, and Clay, you go back, and then too, the reason the new Top Gun movie has been so incredibly successful is because it's American pride, it's patriotism, it's good guys versus the bad guys. We're taking out a terrorist regimen, like war arsenal, and then it's a good story, and it's a love story, and then there's no political BS. There's no agenda.
There's no. I'm going out on a limb here because I haven't seen anybody complain about it because I haven't seen it yet. There's no man on man, woman on woman, transgender nonsense.
It's all normal, two genders, the way God intended for it to be, and it's incredible, dude. And there's none of that BS, that political BS on the side. Me and my brother, Tiffany, and his oldest daughter will watch it together. Incredible.
It's good stuff there, man. All right, well, look, I took you down a deep dark road. They're talking about '90s beer commercials.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But I mean, look, it's Americana. It's the moral to the story.
Yes.
That's when you and I grew up. That's when we cut our teeth. That's where we built our names was in the '90s and the 2000s. That's how people know who we are today.
Yeah.
So I always love going down doing these kind of retro-y, kind of '90s, 2000s stuff.
I'm down with it.
Because a lot of the guys in talk radio, especially at some of the other stations, are just boomers.
Yeah.
And, they don't know how to talk about this kind of stuff. I don't, look, man, no disrespect, but if I wanted to hear about the 1950s and 60s in Vietnam, I'll go talk to my dad.
Exactly.
You know, but I mean, this is why it opened. There was a vacuum for a guy like me to get into radio.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't anybody else really talking about the things, this wealth of useless knowledge I have. Now, we're talking about geopolitical nonsense. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm mad about gas prices, but other than that, I'm out.
I'm what you do.
All right, so look, man, Anson got his book, Free to Be the Best Me. It's phenomenal. It's been an Amazon bestseller, but that's so cool.
Yeah, I can't believe we're I think at like 6,400 copies sold already in just 3 months. So
and they break that down by category, but in your category, it was a bestseller.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, hey, look, man, I claim to have the best podcast, the number one podcast in Jackson in my category.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know there's some sports shows that may get more downloads, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. That's not who I'm in competition with.
And also, you're still wet behind the ears when it comes to this, dude. Give yourself another year, 2 years. You won't even believe what's going to happen.
Would you believe that today is the 293rd episode of this?
I love it.
That's
awesome.
I guess when you do it 5 days a week, they rack up pretty quick.
Yeah.
But goodness gracious, man, one day next week, we'll hit the 300th episode.
Well, I remember the first time I ever heard you. I didn't know you from Adam's House Cat, and I went, I like this SOB. This is my kind of people. So,
well, like I was saying, it's blue collar versus everybody, man. Blue collar guys, Gen Xers, blue collar Gen X didn't really have a voice in this market.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not going to be the most articulate guy. I don't have the deepest bench when it comes to vocabulary. I'm not breaking no big words out on you.
Well, you're not going to get any more real than you, and that's what you bring.
Yeah, I mean, look, even the people I disagree with that call into this show, I treat them with respect.
Yes,
unless they cross the line first. They cross the line first. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's hit the reset button. I'll tell you, let's take a call real quick, and then let's take a break and get into the nuts and bolts of the show.
All right,
on the Matt Kike Flowwood phone line. Hey, caller, you're on there.
Hey, I was just wondering, you're always in the walker lifestyle. Is there anything that you think that something we could do to lower blood pressure? I'm sick of taking pills all the time.
Yes, give me your height, weight, and age.
5'11", 170, and 40.
Okay, you're young. You're too young to be on high blood pressure. Do you exercise?
I work physically hard every day. I mean, I don't get on a treadmill, but I promise you I'm slipping out.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. You need to start out working out 4 to 5 days a week, 30 to 40 minutes with the weights, and then 20 minutes on a treadmill walking really, really fast uphill, get that heart rate up. When you do that, give yourself 90 days of doing that regular and watch your blood pressure go down, and you can get off of those blood pressure pills. Your doctor is not going to tell you what I just told you because, one, they're not trained that way, and number two, he's probably not trying to lose a customer. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking. Yeah, I'm not knocking the doctors. I'm not, because two of my best friends in this world are doctors. But his job is to keep you on the quote, the T, if you will. You see what I'm saying? To keep you on the payroll. And so you've got to take ownership of this. Okay, and it's not your doctor's responsibility either. It should be, but it's not. It's your responsibility. But brother, I promise you this: if you'll do what I'm telling you, hit the weights 30 to 40 minutes a day. 15 to 20 minutes walking really, really fast, get that heart rate up, you will be off those prescription blood pressure pills in 90 days. I'm telling you.
All right. Is there anything to this? I heard a lot of people on the internet talking about beets and, potassium instead of salt. Is there anything to that?
Yeah. So, first of all, I assume you sweat in this heat every day?
Every day.
So you're dehydrated and you don't even know it. I'm not talking about water. I'm talking about branched chain amino acids. I'm talking about electrolytes. So you need to get potassium, sodium, salt. You need to add salt to your food, but you need potassium, you need B6, B12. If you will Facebook message me, Anson Walker, send me a Facebook message or either text me 601-927-3208, 601-927-3208. Send me a text or a Facebook message, and I'll send you what you need to know to get your health back up, I promise.
Thanks, sir.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. You're listening to the Clay Edwards Show. It's the Walker Lifestyle segment with Anson B. Walker. And check out thewalkerlifestyle.com. We'll be right back on 103.9 WYAB.
America, you love your country, so it goes without saying that you also love your ride. And Auto Armor in Flowood wants to help you make that ride shine. Auto Armor in Flowood is Central Mississippi's premier automotive detail and ceramic coating shop, servicing any type of vehicle, including ATVs, boats, and more. Need just a quick detail or paint correction? Auto Armor can make it happen. But if you're set to hit the road in a blaze of glory while flying the old red, white, and blue, Auto Armor should be your first and last call to give your ride a full ceramic coating. Auto Armor is locally owned and operated by the loud and proud American patriot Clay Edwards. Auto Armor also proudly backs the blue, all military, and first responders. So don't forget to ask for your discount. Call 601-260-0858. 601-260-0858. Or stop in today, fellow Americans. Auto Armor is located at 4394 Mangum Drive in Flowood. Online at AutoArmorMS.com. Auto Armor, unapologetically American.
All right, welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. This is our weekly Walker Lifestyle segment with Anson B. Walker. He's got his new book, Free to Be the Best Me. I highly recommend it. I know we've had some listeners that have bought the book and love it. And I know that some people have joined up on the website and have gone into Start Fitness. So I appreciate all you guys supporting Anson and supporting the Clay Edwards Show by proxy. Anson's getting married this Saturday, and it's no coincidence that is also, you couldn't have planned this out any better. There is a chapter in the book called Ready for Love. Are you ready for love? Isn't that a song?
It could be.
It is now.
Yeah, it is now.
It is now. It's
absolutely
an 80s arena rock song. Are you ready for love?
Yeah.
All right.
Feathered locks.
Exactly, man. The John Bon Jovi.
Yes.
Hair of the 80s. Anson, I mean, here's the question I got.
Yeah.
Being a good God-fearing Christian that you are, how has it been waiting to consummate the marriage on the marriage night? I mean, on the wedding night. I mean, you've gone 44. How old are you?
Yeah, 47.
47-year-old virgin, man.
Yeah. Let's. I
mean,
I've never preached about that because I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But my point is this: it's something had to change within me if I was going to get married. I've been a bachelor my whole life, so obviously I've been really selfish, and I think that's understood. But I say a year ago, and especially 6 months ago, but I knew if I was going to become married, I needed to change my ways a little bit. I needed to become more selfless, and that's not. I mean, I didn't do that intentionally. It's just the way it is when you live by yourself, or when you chasing women or whatever back in my 20s. But long story short, I finally found the right one, and God changed me and allowed me to marry somebody like Tiffany.
Absolutely, no. I'm kidding about.
I know you are.
We're all adults. We know.
Yeah.
We know how life in the big city works. But I was reading through this last night, and I highlighted something here on the first page, and
okay,
I'm gonna read this to you.
Okay.
This is we went to our favorite restaurant, which I already knew. You didn't even have to put it in there. Two Rivers in Canton. Went to Two Rivers in Canton, Mississippi beforehand. I dropped off 24 roses to them, arranged on a tray. When the waitress came over to serve our appetizer, the ring was right in the middle of the roses. I took the ring out of the box, looked at Tiffany, and dropped out of my chair on my knee and said, "Will you marry me?" The biggest question of my life came out of my mouth as all the guests in the restaurant watched. She was blown away. And let me tell you something. I had a plan similar to that when I asked Crystal to marry me, and I chickened out. I got back to the house, and I did it there. But I had this whole thing. Chad Wesley was playing at Martin's. We were going to do it there. I was going to get on stage. I had this whole production. He was going to play his favorite Aerosmith song. And we just dipped out the side door. Like, you ready to go?
Yeah.
So kudos for that, because doing anything like that publicly is, I mean, you may think she's going to say yes.
Yeah.
But you just never know.
Well, I doubled down because I gave one of the maitre d's my phone and then said, "Look, I want you to record this." So she's sitting in the booth next door, incognito style, like next booth to us, and she's filming. And then as I hit a knee, I can hear whispers behind me.
Yeah.
And then, when I got done, she said, yeah, got to stand an ovation from Two Rivers, everybody, in the bar and the lounge.
Hey, real quick, Jameson Haygood texted in, and it's Bad Company does sing Ready for Love. I thought, I knew I was, it was too good for Clay to have made up.
That's right.
I was about to put pen to paper real quick.
Yes.
All right, not Jameson, I'm sorry. Anson, what you got for us this week, brother?
All right, so I try to read a lot, and I don't always accomplish that because how time is rare. But I'm reading this book, and it's called The Richest Man Who Ever Lived, King Solomon's Secrets to Success, Wealth, and Happiness by Stephen Scott. And a friend of mine gave me this about a month ago, and I was able to start last week. But Solomon's steps to bring diligence into your life. So how do we bring Solomon's concept of diligence into our lives? Being truly diligent takes time and requires making a habit of using diligence daily in the important areas of our life. I did a Facebook post on this, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, but y'all, the secret to life, the secret to happiness in life is diligence. And Clay, whenever I've been diligent at something, whether it's my health, nutrition, whether it's love, focusing on my upcoming marriage with Tiffany, whenever I'm diligent with something, I win in life. When I'm not diligent, I lose. And that's, but we don't really break it down like that.
So diligence is also persistence.
Absolutely. It's persistence on steroids, son. It's what it is. It's in every area of your life. But number one, wake up to reality. How long will you lie there, he asked. When will you get up from your sleep? Poverty will come on you like a bandit and scarcity like an armed man. Proverbs 6, 9 through 11. And what he's talking about, like, we're talking health and nutrition. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to wake up from your little dream and actually do something about it? And I think people daydream a lot more, and they think it's a dream rather than become diligent about it daily and pursue that. For example, 80% of Americans are now overweight. Nearly every one of them thinks they will start losing weight next week, next month, next year. They plan on eating better, exercising more, and taking better care of themselves. But year after year, they don't quite get around to it. Getting into better shape remains only a dream for them because they are asleep to their own reality. Similarly, husbands and wives and moms and dads plan to make their marriages and families better later. Solomon says, wake up. Stop procrastinating. So I'm talking to you. If you've been sitting there and you've been dreaming about getting in shape and doing, wake up. Wake up from your little dream. Let's become a reality and reach out to me. I can help you pursue that. Number two, define your visions. Okay, Solomon writes in Proverbs 28:19, without a vision, the people perish. Said another way, where we have no vision, we lose our direction, our motivation, our joy, our passion, our energy, our creativity, and our commitment. Number three, effectively partner. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Proverbs 15:22. In any worthwhile endeavor, it's impossible to be diligent without seeking outside counsel and effectively partnering. We all know little, no one knows a lot. Most of us are deeply knowledgeable in only a few things, and we're totally ignorant and incapable in millions of other things. Yet true diligence demands excellence in every step we take. Again, I go back to why I attempt to read a lot, because I know how little bit I know. And the older I get, I realize just how dumb I really am. And the last one, number four, pursue wisdom. Build your life upon it. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold? And to get understanding is to be chosen above silver. Proverbs 16:16. The final component critical to being diligent, a diligent person, is to pursue wisdom and build your life upon its foundation. Solomon tells us to seek wisdom as if it were a hidden treasure. True wisdom is rarely found lying on the ground in plain view. Rather, it is a treasure that must be searched out, and those seeking it must often dig beneath the surface. So my point is this. If you're going to get in shape, you got to do something about it. If you're going to get in shape, start eating clean, be a better person, get smarter, be better, more productive as a professional, whatever your job is, you got to be diligent. And that is in every area of our life, Clay.
I have a confession to make. I stopped at this store in front of the shop yesterday, and I got a dozen donut holes. And what is it? What was it called? Pestilence, when they whoop you in the back and stuff.
It sounds good. I don't know.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my car getting ready to go in the shop, and I was like, I need some carbs because I'm about to go in and sweat my butt off.
Yeah.
Now we talk about good carbs, bad carbs, but I felt so guilty for eating those donut holes, as I was finishing all dozen of them up.
Yeah.
But I was like, what has happened, Clay? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You were doing so good, and you're eating donut holes.
Yeah.
Now look, I ain't knocking donut holes. They're obviously
they're awesome.
They're touched by God.
Yes.
But good Lord, man, but you talk about have some obedience.
Yeah.
Just don't pull in that store.
Well, dude, the cool thing is at least you're not on your couch in the air condition eating 24 of them, not doing nothing. You're working your butt off. But yeah, I mean, that's a small little setback. That's not a big deal.
It is, but what happens is that the body gets that rush.
Yeah,
it's like I've never stuck a needle in my arm.
No, I hadn't either.
But it's got to be the food equivalent.
Well, with me, the deal is this: I call them food hangovers. Whenever I eat something like that, or a bunch of fried, fish and French fries or whatever. I had a seafood platter a couple of months ago, all fried. Dude, I felt like dog crap a few hours later, and that's just I call it a food hangover. And when your body's used to eating clean, you're used to putting good stuff in your body. It doesn't handle that stuff real well. So
no. I'll tell you what. Let's take a break real quick,
okay.
so we're not coming back with only 2 minutes to talk.
Absolutely.
All right, you're listening to the Clay Edwards Show, joined in studio by Anson B. Walker, and we'll be right back on 103.9 WYAB. Anson B. Walker, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for love?
The answer is yes, sir.
Probably already in love. I'm guessing you
Yeah.
don't wait till you get married to fall in love.
No, you don't. But I like the song, man. I like it. We're just going to continue that on for the next 30, 40 years.
As I get a little older, stuff like this Bad Company, I mean, that Bad Company Greatest Hits album was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They just don't make
It's just
music.
good.
I don't want to say they don't make music like that, because there are some really good bands out there like Whiskey Myers and some of these. They get lumped in as country, but they're more southern rock, kind of carrying that torch of Skinner and Bad Company and stuff. And
that's good music, though, man. Good music.
Absolutely. Well, look, Anson, we got about 2 or 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
How's the website doing?
Dude, the website's good. We got 4 more subscribers this week. We're going to have the app in 3 weeks. Ross Jensen is my guy. He's incredible. And so 3 weeks now, we're going to have the Walker Lifestyle app, and that's going to be very convenient, and I think that's going to be a winner.
So, look, man, if anybody, we got about, let's say, 2 or 3 minutes left in the show today. If anybody's got any questions for Anson, old dude that called in a minute ago has already texted Anson.
Yeah.
If you got any health questions, look, man, consider this free advice.
His name's Rick Moore, and he just texted me on Facebook, messaged me, and we're fixing to go over some health stuff when I get back to my office at the gym.
Rick is ready to make a commitment
he is.
To get his health under control.
And he knows something's off. He knows he's not supposed to be on prescription drugs at 40 years old.
I mean, your body will tell you more than a doctor ever will.
Absolutely.
Listen to it.
Yeah. Y'all, I'm Anson Walker. My cell phone 601-927-3208, 601-927-3208. I'm in Gluckstadt, Mississippi. You can hit me up on Facebook. I'm only Anson Walker I'm aware of on Facebook. But it's your responsibility to have the best health that you can have. That's your greatest asset on earth. Okay, it's not how much money you got. It's not how big a house you have. It's your health. And if you don't believe that, check out some people with money who have cancer or in poor health, and they would gladly trade that for great health. But I'm going to close you out with this. I want to help you. I want to help you get in shape, and that's up to you. You got to reach out to me to do that. So this is in honor of my bride-to-be. Closing out on that chapter. I've transformed from Geico caveman to Southern gentleman with true responsibility. And my job now is to provide for and protect my fiancée. And I look forward to that awesome responsibility. The Walker lifestyle has prepared me for this. I've grown in my character, learned what matters, and persevered through so many tough times. I'm healthy as a horse, and now I'm able to give all myself to Tiffany. I'm still a work in progress and always will be. In fact, I'm still in elementary school when it comes to love. But I look forward to being the best I can be in that category too, which officially begins on June 25th, 2022. So I'm inviting you right now on the air. If you want to come have a beer with me and Tiffany, and I'll feed you, June 25th, 7 p.m., Canton Country Club. We're going to do it right. We're going to have fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing my friends and my family under one roof. And we're at a wedding, not a funeral. How awesome is that?
Yeah, look, man, if y'all see me there acting a clown, look, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. Your boys only get married so many times.
That's right.
And I missed a lot of weddings in the 90s and 2000s when I was in the bar business. I wasn't always the first guy on the list because they were worried I may embarrass them. So I'm past that point. I'm going to behave. Hey, real quick, Anson, thank you. Tonight, Mike Cassidy will be at Life Church in Brandon at 6:30 p.m. Check out thewalkerlifestyle.com. Jim Thorne is up next. When Anson, will you be here next week?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we'll see Anson next week and get a recap of all the wedding events.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. as the Clay Edwards Show discusses all that is going on in and around the city of Jackson.
This concludes our broadcast day.
Right here on 103.9 WYAB.